exactly believe is that they have the power, psychoactive substances, psychoactive drugs have the power to enter the brain of the user. Suppose the other point that when the individual uses them, it works just right within the body. But for psychoactive substances, they have the power to break into the blood-brain barrier because they are fat soluble. So they enter the brain and alters the way this individual thinks, the way this individual feel about people and things around him or her. The next slide, please. We would want to look at addiction. Addiction is a chronic relapsing brain disease. I want to say that again. Addiction is a chronic relapsing brain disease. There are key points for us here. One, it is a chronic disease. So meaning addiction is not a character flaw. Addiction is not because this person is bad or because this person has a bad personality issue. No, it's actually a chronic disease. Not only that, it is also relapsing. That is, it goes and comes back. So an individual might have been managed and some other time the addiction is bad. We will look into the science of addiction later. It is characterized by compulsive substance seeking and use despite harmful consequences. This person knows the harmful effects of the substances, but then could not stop the usage of it because it is compulsive. Then we look at substance disorder. Yes, when someone has got to the stage of using psychoactive substances and it becomes compulsive, then it develops what we call substance use disorder. The next slide, please. Thank you. So we want to really look at classification of substances. Again, these are things that a whole lot of us are familiar with, so I would rather brush through them. We have them categorized in different patterns. One is stimulants. This category of drugs increase the activity of the central nervous system. We have alcohol, we have cocaine, we have amphetamine. They are uppers. They make the individual feel high whenever they use them. We also have depressants. These ones decrease the activity of the central nervous system. Examples also include alcohol. Do not forget, in the previous category, is categorized as a stimulant. That is, it increases the activity of the central nervous system. But again, alcohol often has the chemical component that in some individuals works as a depressant. It decreases the activity, it makes them slow, it makes them relax. So not only alcohol in this category, we also have rohypnol and diazepam. Rohypnol is Baba Blue. Yes, and it is commonly used among youths. It's also called rape bait. People use it to perpetrate rape. Yes, because someone that uses rohypnol would have a bit of memory loss. Alright, so the other one is opioids, and opioids decrease the activity of the central nervous system here. Opioids also work as pain relievers. Heroin, tramadol, morphine. Hallucinogens, they produce a spectrum of vivid sensory distortions and markedly alter mood and thinking. Yes, these ones, when the individual uses them, the way he thinks becomes different, the way he feels in the immediate environment becomes different, right? So this person pushes out his idea differently from whom you have known, especially when he's under the influence of any of these substances. So we have ketamine, we have cannabis, we have ecstasy. We also have something called inhalants. And this category of drugs, these ones are in vicious forms, right? And the considerable bad news here is that it is readily available to us in the society. Our director here The director of coordination would always mention it anytime he makes his remark when we have a kind of lecture like this. Things like nail polish, things like gutter, things like spirit, methylated spirit that we all use at home are used for this purpose. So that's the category of. Please, the next slide. Let's see an individual that is using inhalants. When people get used to using some of these drugs, they forget where they are because all they want is use the drug. Can we have the next slide, please? Thank you. Now we want to look at routes of administration and speed of action. The routes of administration is the several means by which people administer these drugs. Now, the faster the drug gets to the brain, the faster the action. So we want to look at each of the routes of administration and how fast it gets to the brain. Smoking is the fastest. Any drug smoke gets to the brain almost immediately, 7 to 10 seconds. Any drug smoke gets to the brain, marijuana, cigarettes, people now even smoke a combination of all the categories that we mentioned. People mix cocaine with heroin, they mix it with weed, they have retinol to eat, and they smoke it. Yes, so it gets to the brain faster, and these are the individuals you see on the street, and you're like, okay, something must definitely be wrong here. Then the next category is intravenous injecting. They inject it through the brain. That one gets to the brain in 15 to 30 seconds. Injecting into the muscle or under the skin, 3 to 5 minutes. Mucous membrane or absorption. That is through snorting, either by sneezing or people also administer some of these drugs through the private organs, especially the anus, and of course, the frontal opening for women. They administer drugs through it, especially cocaine, and the categories of cocaine, methamphetamine, ice and all. So swallowing, the individual swallows it like the pills. This one takes 20 to 30 minutes, absorbed through the skin, like they rub it on the skin, on the surface of the skin. This one takes a considerably low process. The next slide, please. Now, we want to look at how addiction or the use of substance progresses. The truth is, no single individual wants to be addicted to anything, because addiction is close to slavery, right? You are being held responsible or accountable by the substance you are addicted to. So no single one wants to get to that stage, but then because of the way the human body is designed, somehow they get there. Now let's look at how it happens. One is experimental or recreational use. This person just wants to use this substance. Just like that. Okay, he has heard about it, he wants to know how it feels. So he uses it, but because of the chemical component, the psychoactive component in the drug, do not forget we said they have the power to enter the brain. So because at one time when you use it, this thing has entered the brain, and the brain has appreciated it. We'll talk about how the brain appreciates psychoactive substances. So it proceeds, that previous slide. It proceeds to circumstantial or occasional use. Now we want to think about using it again, because we couldn't forget the pleasure or the ecstasy of the experimental use. Then, gradually, it proceeds to intensified or regular use. So this person is now a regular user. At this point in time, the individual becomes tolerant to the drugs. When I mean tolerant, the quantity that he uses is no more enough to give him the exact pleasure he got the first time of using it. I'll give you an instance. We've seen clients with history of tramadol use, and they started with as low as 50 milligrams. Tramadol is a pain reliever that could even be prescribed in the hospital. So perhaps this person was given tramadol and it relieves the pain, so he wants to go back. So over a period of time, 50 will no more be enough, it goes to 100. From 100, 125, 150, 200, 250. There are people who would finish a sachet of tramadol that has 10 tablets or so in hours. Yes, and this has serious effects on the health. Okay, so let's move on. Now, we want to look at this progression of use in line with individual activities. Okay, if I start by accidental use or the experimental use, and then I progress to the regular, that I become a regular user, or sorry, a circumstantial user. The thing is, in my activities, I'm able to do work, I'm coming to work, I'm attending to people at home, I'm doing fine with my friends, social activities are going on well. But by the time we introduce substance, the truth is, you see that's 24 hours you have in a day, the number of minutes you need to use this drug, something has to drop. So one or two activities will drop. As this use progresses, more activities drop. Next slide, please. You see what we have in red? That's the substance. It is taking up the activity. Look at the next slide. It has taken more activities. It gets to a time when it takes all the activities. Can we have the last slide, please? That this individual would not be able to do anything unless he gets the substance of abuse. In fact, this person spends all the time, all the money, all his energy on sourcing for the substance. I'm sure by now we should be concerned, we should be asking the question, but why? Why would it happen that way? We will get there. Now let's look at the next slide. It's just a brief reflection. Causes of substance use and abuse. You know, we mentioned before, experimentation. People just want to see how the substances look like. Then peer pressure. This one is predominant in young people. Very, very predominant. Peer pressure, because at the material time when we are younger than I am now, maybe as a teenager, so I'm referring to your children at home now, at the level where they have not developed a part of the brain that helps them in rational decision making. So it is easy to influence them by something that is pleasurable. Now, as an adult, if I want to engage in an action, I will think of the immediate and future consequences. For young people, they do not have the capacity to consider the future consequences. They can only appreciate the immediate pleasure. So peer pressure works with them a whole lot. They get lured into using substance easily. Then social discomfort. Somebody who has problem at work, problem with family, problem even in religious centers. Some people cope with some of these things by using alcohol and other drugs. I've known a person who is very doing well in his work, but because there was a family dispute with his wife, he started drinking alcohol. And it got so bad that I'm talking about a sales representative that is, for this person, it became somewhat tough that he was even going to jump. But the moment that social problem was actually addressed, he is back to full functioning. Well, that's because he was not in the stage of total addiction yet. So another thing is trauma. Traumatic experiences, either childhood trauma, road traffic accident, or combat, as it is very much related to this our environment. And of course, we have within us the senior citizens, and I know a whole lot of them are veterans. They've been to war zones, both foreign and internal nations. And I can tell you, especially with interactions with them, that the combat experience got so bad that they had no other option but to resort to substance use. Yes, even just this recent loading, some of them seated here, confirmed this very fact that it's either they were using small quantity before going to combat, and when they got there, it got worse, or they were not even using drug at all, but on getting to combat, they started it and it became a serious issue. Then we have personality disorders. There are some personality disorders that can lead to drug use. For instance, psychopathy, that is antisocial personality disorder. Somebody who has an antisocial personality disorder would need the help of some of these psychoactive substances to perpetrate his evil. This person does not feel concern for anyone. There is no empathy, and he will always want to get whatever he wants at any cost. Okay, so he knows that if it comes to you, it might be a problem, but because even in his own brain, in his own makeup, he also knows that this thing does not belong to him, and maybe he's not supposed to take it. But the moment he uses the substance, it takes the rational decision away, it causes disinhibition, and he does whatever he wants to do. Let us quickly flash into what happened during the NSAS saga. Yes, I remember there was destruction of property. For those of us in the mental health field, we strongly believe that that was a result of substance use problem. Because someone whose rational decision-making faculty is working would not look into fleets of luxurious buses and set them on fire. Although we heard that it was a bird that burned on fire anyway. So drugs make people act, or it helps them perpetrate the evil contained in their personality type. The last causes of substance use disorder that we are mentioning here is pre-existing mental illness. When people have some mental health issues, they resort to drug use. Depression and alcohol use are twin. They occur interwovenly, especially in men. It is empirically proven that men who have depressive disorders would resort to alcohol for comfort. If you are not asking me why, I would ask myself. In women, the society allows women to talk to people, right? The society allows women to cry out their sorrows. But it is a little different in men. You don't get to see a man crying to another man or a woman because he lost his job. He would rather go to the bar. And you know what? Even if he doesn't have money, he knows that when he gets to the bar, someone will be there who will get him alcohol. And of course, alcohol at that material time will take care of his mood disorder, of the way he feels bad. At that point in time, alcohol will take care of it for him because he will forget. But then, the moment the alcohol is done in the system, is back to the problem. So the continuous use of substance, alcohol and other drugs to take care of some mental health issues can also lead to addiction. On the other hand, especially for alcohol and depression, alcohol use, being an alcoholic, can lead to depression. Because this man looks at himself and be like, I'm growing old, I have children, I shouldn't be doing this. So at any point in time, he feels bad. Now, a major symptom of depression is persistent load. If I have to sit myself down at intervals and feel bad about what I do, that I'm not able to stop, so I am likely going to end up with depressive symptoms. So, like I said, it's interwoven. Not only depression anyway, we have a whole lot of others, even schizophrenia, bipolar affective disorder, a whole lot of them. So the existing mental illness can also lead to substance use disorder. Can we have the next slide, please? Now we want to briefly look at effects of substance use and abuse. Physical effects. In the course of my talk now, I've mentioned a couple of them, but let's look at physical effects. Bad weight. This person would sometimes stagger. It works very bad. It cannot maintain, a composed stature. That is a physical symptom that we will see in people who indulge in drug use and abuse. Looking on health, there will be weight loss. There will be wounds from site of administration. Please let us flashback to when we were talking about routes of drug administration. We talked about injection, intravenous injection. So for some people who administer the drug through this method, there could be access from the site of injection. We have managed someone. In fact, not only were we able to manage him on the mental health team alone, we have to involve the physiotherapy team because he has been, his site of administration of the drug has been deflected, both in the hand and even the leg, right? Then we could as well have infections. Someone who uses sharp objects to administer drug all the time is at a risk of hepatitis B and C, is also at a risk of STDs, is at a risk of HIV/AIDS. Then death. That's the ultimatum. Death. Yes, substance use can lead to death. It has led to death. People die just from overuse of substance. People also die from complications. They do not die immediately, but they die from complications. It's a sad story anyway, but I'll quickly chip in one warrant officer we managed some time ago. He has a serious alcohol problem, and it has damaged some of his internal organs, especially the liver. And we managed him for a long period of time in the hospital. But then, one core characteristic of people with substance is denial. Not all of them do, but most people deny. Okay, even when the objective test is showing, even when the clinical manifestations are there, these people still deny. So he did deny, but as a team, we did everything to manage him. And when he was fit to go home, yes, we psychoeducated him and was expecting him back. The man did not come, and 2 weeks thereafter, he died. In his bed, there was no one with him. He didn't have a wife at then, but then there were reports that he had got drunk, and I guess the liver damage progressed, and he died. There is one picture we will show after this. This man died immediately of drug overdose. We'll get there. Physical effects include psychological effects, distorted perception, thought problems, sleeping difficulty, memory loss. In distorted perception, the person with using drugs can at times hallucinate. They see things that are not there. Alright? Then thought problems, they think differently from you. A whole lot of problems. The social effects include discord with friends and families, loss of jobs, social withdrawal. Of course, people who smoke, especially, they don't want you to feel the smell on them, so they withdraw. They stay alone, maybe for a while, till the smell goes off, or they keep indoor for as long as they could. Now, the next slide. Some of us would know him. That he was an American rapper, Juice WRLD. Can we have the next slide, please? Okay, he was an American rapper. In fact, as at the time I knew him, he was a mentor to a teenage guy he managed for substance use. This guy died at 21. The report was that while he was aboard a flight, the Interpol where he was to land had been informed that there was drugs aboard, and he swallowed all the pills he had with him. That was the report. He had a seizure and died. That is Juice WRLD. This was an American rapper. A very sad story. Then let's look at the next picture. this is very common. We see it in our society where people are being beaten because the society believes that they will beat the hell out of them to scare the demons of substance addiction away from them. This is the popular Infurumiri, but I don't know how to pronounce it, but I know it's an extraction of ice. Infurumiri is an extraction of methamphetamine. Now, why do people get addicted to substances? Yes, I will be very fast here, but then I want to explain to us the science of this addiction. You see, you and I, we are created, the next slide please. You and I are created to appreciate pleasurable activities. In fact, the first thing we develop as human beings is that appreciation of pleasure. You just want things to be pleasurable for you. Now, the brain, especially in the limbic system, there is a reward circuit there that, appreciates something pleasurable that you have done or that has happened to you. It appreciates it by releasing a happy hormone into the brain, dopamine. Now, if I hit, I feel happy about it because the dopamine has been released. The brain is trained to recognize that activity and wants to repeat it. That is eating. The highest naturally rewarding activity in human being is sex. When that happens, the hormone dopamine is released in a considerably large quantity. But the order of creation is that after the pleasure lasts for a while, the hormone, the dopamine, is reabsorbed back into the brain. Now, so I will quickly go to what happens to psychoactive substances. These psychoactive substances have the capability of mimicking the hormone dopamine. Some of them have the capacity of copying how the hormone behave in the brain, such that when you use the drug, when the chemical is released into your brain system, it sees it as the dopamine. But the problem here is that there is a natural control for the natural activities that give us pleasure. This one is an artificial one that is being released into the brain with no gauge. So the brain also trains itself to appreciate the surge of this hormone being discharged into it. And at a point in time, you see, normally you go back, the hormone will go back. But this time around, what is taking it back has been deactivated. Now the hormone is there in the brain. So the natural activity that gives this individual pleasure do not give it pleasure again. Because again, another thing this chemicals do is to stop that secretion of the hormone, even when you eat or when you jog or when you have sex or anything that you do. That is why losing of interest in previously pleasurable activity is something that would happen with someone who drinks or smokes. Because even when he is not feeling it again, why? The substance has taken charge. We have seen people that they will say, I cannot eat this one except I have something to. I don't want to sing that one. I'm sure we've all heard of food no they give my girl. But Canadian law do what? They are talking about this science of addiction. Because he has used it over the time, the Canadian law is now giving him the ecstasy, the pleasure he will get from food. Why does it happen? If I jog, I will get some measures of pleasure. But if I take a puff or a wrap or a stick of cigarettes, I get it in manifolds. Why do I have to stress myself and jog? That is the science of addiction. But we have seen what effects these things will have if we allow it to continue, right? So and that is why we are campaigning against the use of substances. Can I have the next slide? That is the pictorial description of hormone, the dopamine and the receptor. The next slide, please. practically experience that and how it stays in the brain and causes the disruption in the individual's activity. Now, the second part of our lecture is resistance to recovery. If you have understood psychoactive substances, if we have been familiarized with how it progresses into a compulsive use, if we have also briefly been, told of the science of this addiction, apparently you now know that this person is actually not faking it. He has a big problem. He has a chronic illness and he has a tendency of even resisting recovery. So now let's go into resistance to recovery. If we have seen the way substance operates, at the stage of addiction, it then becomes a problem for those who use it to stop. This is called resistance to recovery. And unless the individual becomes willing to change, there is very little that can be done to help them end the addiction. Even if they are involuntarily forced to enter a treatment facility, they can still relapse as soon as they return home. We can recall back to the story of the one I mentioned earlier. It is therefore vital that these people are able to get beyond their resistance and embrace a new and better life. Now let's look at reasons for resistance. Why do people even resist to recover from drug use? The next slide, please. We have fear of change from the life the individual is used to. Do not forget that the substance has changed the natural activity of the brain, thus changing the perception and the thoughts of this person. So now, even when this person is able to do anything, he believes that he is doing it because of the drug. So he's afraid that if he has to leave the drug, what will happen to the ecstasy and the activity or the functionality he is getting from the drug? Then the problem of withdrawal symptoms. Withdrawal symptoms come as a result of the absence of the substance in the body. Now, I think the simplest way I can bring withdrawal symptoms to us is that the person feels the exact opposite of what he feels when he uses the drug. Now, this person uses opioids, tramadol, heroin, to cater for pain, right? Now, if the drug is not in his system, it would have the withdrawal symptoms of serious pain. So, he's not really ready to sacrifice going through that pain again. So whatever it is you tell him about the possibility of recovery is not buying. Another thing is denial or not willing to accept the situation. Yeah, I mentioned it earlier that some people do not really see it as a problem. They're low self-esteem. Some people find it difficult to leave the drug because it gives them the okay confidence. It boosts their morale, so they are afraid that all these will drop if they should present themselves for recovery. Then, the fear of peer rejection. There are people that the only reason they use alcohol, especially, is so that they can feel alone. The same thing with marijuana and other drugs. Okay, now if you are telling this person to leave substance, you are directly telling him that you have to leave the community of friends, or even the friends who leave him because they can no more identify with this kind of person. So these are reasons why people resist recovery or treatment. Now let's look at how we can help in breaking the resistance. First of all, knowledge beats everything. So awareness or insight into the problem, the kind of which we have just done now. I'm just hoping that the little I've said has created a bit of clear impression of what these drugs are. So if there are this kind of awareness, maybe in public like this or even one-on-one interaction, that this person would know how difficult this situation could be, yes, we might be able to break the addiction. Medical intervention wherever needed. There are some people that, I mentioned earlier on that someone would fear that he would have withdrawal symptoms, the pain would come back. So we can assure this individual that there are available medical interventions for you. For instance, if you have to manage someone with heroin problem or cocaine or tramadol, even alcohol, there is something called medically assisted detoxification. So you don't just stop it, you don't just tell you to stop, there is a process to it. So all these are available. When we make it known to the individual in the web of the problem, yes, we might be able to break through the addiction. Then, psychotherapeutic management. Yes, this is actually the core of substance use management. And of course, when the individual is able to go through the process, we will be able to break the resistance he has for stopping the substance. And psychotherapeutic management simply is, engaging the person either on a one-on-one basis or group therapy, going through every information I have given here today and how it applies to that person. You see, when we do this, the individual will be able to also understand how it has affected him personally. This will be done through motivational interviewing, that you engage the person. You want to do this in your life, you want to do this, but this is the effect on you. How about you take a better option, a better way of life? By so doing, the individual is able to, come to terms with the possibility of recovery. Then, I want to emphasize so much on this point, that is the religious or spiritual intervention. In recent time, in mental health field, there is the gradual introduction of spirituality into management. We call it psycho-spirituality, because it has been understood now that before the advent of science, before science came, there's a way people manage the problems they have. People are connected to a superior being that they believe helps them through problems. They also believe that this superior being sustains them through life. So there is no reason why in the course of management of any mental health issue, this person is disconnected from this superior being. The challenges we've had so far is that many people, especially in our own African society, see mental health problem that substance use disorder is one of them as pure spiritual attacks, right? And instead of going for help, they do not. So they go, manage it traditionally and spiritually, which does not help. So now, introducing spirituality, the imam, the chaplain are called to the table. How can we help this individual? You explore the religious affiliation of the person. What does he believe? For instance, Muslims, you know that alcohol is prohibited, this and that. The person managing the person with alcohol problem can, hold on to that. The only thing we have to notice is that while you are doing that, you are not condemning this individual, you are not condemning this person. So, as a practitioner who uses psychospirituality, what we have to do is we do not condone the habits, the bad habit of substance use disorder. And at the same time, we are not condemning the individual that is getting used to substance. You are only in the middle of correcting the abnormalities. So by using the spiritual affiliation of the person, you can, a whole lot of ways anyway. I honestly won't be able to explore it here. So, but we have recorded progress in managing mental health, including substance disorder with psychotherapy. Next slide. So I have a recommendation, and one of them is sensitization program in my teacher. We hope things like this will, and it goes even beyond here, so that the society can know the danger we are in. Then, discouraging discrimination. I've mentioned earlier that addiction is not a character flaw. So people should not be discriminated. They should be seen as part of the society that can also be reintegrated to functioning well. So if you and I provide the social support for our significant others that have this problem, we will make a very rapid progress. We do tell people that the only difference between someone on the street with mental health problem and another person that is doing fine with it is the social support. If those people on the street also have the social support, they will do fine. They will definitely do fine. Then, establishment or provision of standard rehabilitation center. This is very key. And we are hoping that it would come to fruition, because in Nigeria here, the available rehabilitation centers are actually private. The functioning ones, they are for private firms, and they are very expensive, very, very expensive, that the average Nigerian cannot afford to get it. In the military, there is something close to that, very close to it, especially in the army. I know a little about that in the army. The 44 in Kaduna has something close to a rehabilitation center, as well as 68 in Yaba here. But it is not to the state that this person can, make progress out of it. And to be very frank, as a person, I do think this center would make a convenient rehabilitation center. And I have a single point for that. The core of rehabilitation is, bringing this person back to functionality. But thank God, here in this center, the occupations, the vocations are there already. We don't have to bother about that. All we need, if God says amen to this, is to ensure that other processes of this rehabilitation is put in place. I'm saying this because in our recent loading, a gross of the participants that we screened, yes, the innovative idea of our zero brought about screening the participants for alcohol and drug use. And a lot of them honestly came here believing they would be able to drop their substance use habits. So, yes, by the grace of God, we will help them with the available resources to us now. And we are hoping that we can make progress from here. And at this juncture, I'm going to conclude by saying that it is an undoubted fact that the issue of substance use and abuse is a serious medical concern that is ravaging the world and the Nigerian society. All stakeholders, including government and individuals, must therefore work together with a view to ensuring reduction in use of psychoactive substances. This would not only sanitize the society, but would also enhance economical and societal progress. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you very much. Substance addiction, a very chronic and dreadful disease that gets one close to slavery. This is a well thought out lecture, a thought provoking lecture, well delivered, and I believe this will open and broaden our horizon on how to better inform and on how to handle issues of substances. Thank you very much. Commandant, ladies and gentlemen, we will please give another resounding round of applause. Thank you. The Commandant, sir, very senior officers, ladies and gentlemen, at this very juncture, we are going into the second segment of this lecture. And before we commence this segment, may I humbly crave the Commandant's indulgence to invite the guest lecturer and his team to please proceed to the stage for the question and answer session for this section. Let me give a round of applause as they proceed to the stage, please. We also have a team of medical experts from NAFRIC Medical Center that will assist the guest lecturer in doing justice to some of the questions. We are now in the second segment of this lecture, and the segment shall entertain questions, comments, observations, and shall also give room for teaching points. But I would like to crave the Commandant's indulgence that for want of time, we may not want to entertain too much of questions. We've left the office for long. So for that, we will grant audience to 6 or 7 questions at maximum. Thank you very much, sir. The Commandant's magnanimity, he has reversed that decision. May you give a round of applause for the Commandant, please. So for that, we will be taking questions for please be direct with your questions, be direct with your contributions, avoid the rhetoric so that we don't win the voice and you can give your contributions. Thank you. Okay. So bring the microphone, please. We'll start from this section of the hall. The section to my left.
Commandant, permit me to observe during the established protocol. My name is Isaac. I'm a Commandant. My question goes thus. As you all know that anything called abuse can cause harm and distress, which can lead to physical or mental pain. And in physics, the third law of Newton's third law says that for every action there is equal and opposite reaction. Now, which leads to my first question. We're talking about drug abuse. Can cannabis be used as drugs? Because we're talking about it's very bad, it causes social pain, but can it be as drugs reliever or pain reliever or something for good purpose? Now, my second question is, how can drugs be mitigated among students? Because as we know, students actually indulge in drug abuse, which is very rampant among us students. So how can it be mitigated among students? And the third one, what is the difference between abuse, substance abuse, relapses, and personal disorder? I come again. What is the difference between substance abuse, relapses, and personal disorder? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please invite some questions for our young man there. Questions from the left-hand side, please.
The Commandant, I stand with all of the
So I want to know what the main law that limits the consumption of alcoholic as a substance or as a drug. And then the second question goes to the resource person. What are the measures, apart from those sources that you have already mentioned, that will mitigate to prevent the consumption of illicit drugs in the society? What are the measures? What are the measures put in place that will prevent the consumption of illicit drugs in Nigeria? Thank you for our question.
The Commandant, sir, please permit me to stand on the already established protocol. My name is Air Warrant Officer Nwoke Ogosun retired. I would want to appreciate the resources for a wonderful job done on this topic. And I want to just add one or two things. When he was talking about the causes of drug addiction, he listed them as we listened to, but I want to add that parental drug use is a predisposing factor to children looking after their parents. For children to be taunting with drugs, they will have been watching their parents. And I also want to say that availability of the drugs is another predisposing factor to drug abuse. The signs that we parents should be looking out for when our children are taunting with drugs include emission of clouding scents from their rooms, perfumes that are used to blot out the smell of the drug that they have started trying. And then, of course, ashtrays found around them will indicate that they are already into drug abuse. The effect of peer influence, yes, let's talk to ourselves right here. It's not only at schools that we have peer influence. We have peer influence among us aged. When we are out of this world, you see different groups, peers, I would want to call them, in Mani, either facing the Ladipo market wall or miniature groups. A crowd of people, you have to go and smoke it somewhere. The inhalants that we all have, like he eminently said, is what children start trying their hands on. They sprinkle or spray the inhalants into a hanky and take it close to their nose.
Commandant, sir, and Master Warrant Officer, and Rapper, I stand on existing protocol. My point of view is this. In those our religious Islamic aspects, I'm a Muslim. And you see somebody smoking marijuana, and when you ask, they will tell you it's not in the Quran. So is it only there that they say we should not drink what Quran says you should not be intoxicated. Anything that can make you but tell you it's only beer. When they see people who are selling beer, they will go there to kill you, to destroy the place. And when you see people who are taking marijuana, nobody cares about it. So it's high time our religion leaders should enlighten people. They should let them know that even taking alcohol, taking medicine, all substances that can increase or give you extra energy, apart from the normal one, can cause is part of drug abuse. And we parents, I think we have a lot to do. Because most of the parents, on getting home, they don't care the way their children is behaving. You have to know the way your children is behaving. When you come out, you see your child lock himself up, you don't care what he's doing inside. Some of them take all these codeine substances inside the room. But if you are better and you see the association change in your children, I think you have to query and investigate it. You know my Thank you very much, senior citizen, for that contribution.
The Commandant, sir. My name is Ango Emmanuel Oche, HOD Counseling. I want to appreciate the resource person for this wonderful presentation. Thank you, Dawood. I want to let me attend to the question raised by Isaac. He talked about how to mitigate the use of substance or substance abuse among secondary school students. The truth is, the trend at which our students and youth out there are abusing substance is very, very alarming to me. And one way we can actually cut down on this is through sensitization. You will agree with me that if most of our students out there and other youths out there understand the danger they are posing on themselves by using or abusing those substances, indeed they will not be taken into that extent. And that is why it is important if other people out there, especially our children and other students. So if we can constantly take this to schools and places out there, they will understand it better. Then you talked about the difference between relapsing and addiction, substance abuse and relapsing. Substance abuse is just the method, the harmful method or ways you take substances, especially that are harmful to your body. The method and manner you use substances which are not good, especially the quantity, which are not good for your system. Then relapsing. For example, you are already addicted. You will manage to stop the use or the abuse of substance and you still go back to it. That is relapsing condition. You're able to stop and sometimes you go back again. So that is relapsing. So I think I answered those questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you, HOD. I remember earlier inviting the team from the counseling department to come to the stage. I also surprised that you really come and prepare to answer questions from that direction. HOD, please next time be with your team so you can be with your team questions. Thank you. More questions from the crowd, please.
The commandant, sir, permit me to stand on the existing protocols. I am Master Warrant Officer Petion David. Sir, they talk about sensitization as we are having today. Yes, I think it is good. But I want to add that it should be to tell the menace of mental problem in our society. It should be a collaborative, multi-collaborative idea from all sectors. No matter how we continue to educate people, they wouldn't know. But a friend will introduce because the thing is readily available. If we continue to have these substances, talk about even now ordinary drink, they will say this one give power. They attribute power to it. Just like mineral. Some come in can, different, they attribute power to it. People will drink. They don't know the effect to the body system, to the liver, to the kidney, to the brain, to all other vital organs of the body. So I think that no matter how we are talking about sensitization, government have a lot to do. In the military, I want to say that the resource person made it clear that the military should do more to establish this institution, classical, because we are those that are involved. So many soldiers who come from Northeast with post-traumatic stress syndrome, and it's not easy to manage them. So I want to say that, sir, let the military do more to establish this mental centers, especially in a place like this. This place, I describe this place as a very healthy, well and healthy environment. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Senior President, for that contribution. Okay. Commandant, sir, fellow Commandant, sir, senior officers, and fellow trainees, I am Master Warrant Officer. I want to say just one thing that I have observed that I think has not helped so much to correct the anomalies of drug abuse. It is very pertinent to note that even among the most disciplined set of people in the entire country like Nigeria, we still find cases of drug abuse. And the reason is because I'm very sorry to say what I'm about to say, but it is a fact. We play lip service to trying to stop the anomalies. That is, we say it, but we don't mean it. Because there are places where people go and find it convenient to take these drugs around us. There are places, like somebody once mentioned here in this meeting, that they have cliques that face one place, go one place. We know these things. We know where these people do these things. It is only when it has now become a problem, the person is beginning to respond to the drugs abuse, that we now take it serious and want to rush the person to a hospital. You know, they say prevention is better than cure. We have a duty. We have all that it takes to forcefully stop people from doing it within our enclave. If we that are armed forces cannot force ourselves to stop doing this thing, then how do we are just saying that it is not good, it will cause this, it will cause that, when we ourselves know that among us, people sitting down here watching me now, so many of them are taking it. It's true now. Thank you very much for your contribution. Thank you very much. A very, very important contribution. Please. One house, please. Let us silence, please. Let us try as much as possible to be direct to our contributions, not as we earlier advise ourselves to avoid too much of rhetoric. It will only end up wasting our time. One person from that column, please. The Commandant, sir, please permit me to stand on the existing protocol.
My name is Master Randall Adamu Chanko. Sir, the presenter, sir, you mentioned the category of drugs, substances, and their functions in human body and effects. But sir, I did not hear about one substance that goes around the society. True, though I don't even know the name, but popularly they call it purpura. That one, sir, I don't know really. A lot of people, especially elderly people, do take it as in healing drugs. And I used to see, by the time they take it, they become something else. Sometimes they push, they mess up around. Some of them say they will not even know where they are until people come to their aids and this thing. So that type of drugs, I don't know, it's just a liquid substances. So I don't know really, sir. Maybe you will have some more elaboration on that if you really know about it. Because I believe it has effect on human body. So that's the question I have, sir, for now. Thank you for that vital question.
Take one line. Please. I stand. One house, please. One house. You will not hear what he says if you're making noise. I am one of Sunday London from C Company, the trainee. Sir, I am talking particularly especially to the resource person. You say about 33% of increment in drug abuse has increased in Nigeria. It is true, 33%. Move the microphone close to your mouth a bit. Okay, 33%. Am I right? In Lagos. Really. My question is, you have not told us how these drugs are being brought about. That is the production and manufacturing of these drugs. It's a vital question. It's a vital question. It's a vital question. Please, one house, please. Let me finish. Secondly, silence, please. Let me bring you back small. During the regime of Ibiagbon and the current president of Nigeria, Buhari, you saw what happened to drug dealers, and there was a kind of caution in many of those dealers on drugs in Nigeria. But presently, you see what is happening. Under your recommendation, you did not recommend whether there should be punishment to those taking drugs or punishment to those producing drugs. So that is where I'm going to. Yeah. I would like you to, in the course of the lecture, anywhere now, please recommend capital punishment. Thank you very much, Senior Secretary. That's a very vital question. One house, please. One house. One house. One house. Unfortunately, the guest lecturer is not a manufacturer of any of this work, so you can do this. Your question, please.
Hello, Commander, sir. Please permit me to start on the Zoom protocol. Sir, I'm thanking my name is MW Neke Data Company. Sir, I told the all what I've said, that you forget one drug that is common in the army. And what is that drug? Gunpowder. Because 99.9% of young soldiers today goes on gunpowder without knowing the effect. Solution, because gunpowder contains two components, the amateur and marathon. That's the makeup. That is what they are taking today. That is my own contribution. They will stop it. If you go to the northeast, once you turn left and right, if you see anything to smoke, you open your this thing and smoke it. And it contains roughly bad components
Thank you very much, senior citizen. The soldiers must stop it. They must stop it. Thank you very much. Okay, to the other column, please.
The commandant, sir, our beloved resource person. My own is not quite a question, but I will differ a little from the lot I've heard. My name is MWO Kennedy Otosmas. Because of your classification of the various drugs, you mentioned including alcohol. And I remember very well the huge health benefits of alcohol. And one of the benefits is that it reduces the risk of developing or dying of heart disease.
One house, please. One house. One house.
Number two, it possibly reduces the risk of atomic stroke. It's having stroke. No? It possibly reduces the risk of diabetes. You can go out
One house, please.
if you conduct a research, you certainly know that all these are true.
One house.
And as you are told us that at this age you should not tell lies. So I'm speaking from a very good point of sincere research. My question is this: looking at all these benefits and the classification of drug, how can we strike the balance of us to wait for all these benefits and then we start from more?
Thank you very much, senior citizen. For that contribution. One house, please. One house, please. One house, please. A very vital contribution the senior citizen has made. Although he discussed some advantages, he didn't say anything about any of the disadvantages. Thank you very much, senior citizen. Okay, from that point.
The commandant, our master one of Sagi George, a training. So now that Annie has known the effect of drug abuse, especially those on the front line, I was opportunity to be in Meduguri, and I saw that they eat it like food. And most times, it appears it gives them morale to fight on. Is there any other way Army can kind of motivate them apart from allowing them to take drugs? Thank you.
Thank you very much, senior citizen. Thank you. Thank you. The Army authorities have never allowed for the picture. It is intentionality, and I believe the authority is looking into it. Okay, one question from that table, please.
The commandant, sir, permit me to stand on the NCC protocol. I'm Faraday Emeka, one was assigned Emeka, a trainee of Alpha Training Company. My own emphasis is revolved around sanitization and enlightenment. The following I quoted here, because they are assumed and ventures, they talk much about the money and the other things that we find around us. And myself, I took my time to go around. I discovered that CCTV are installed everywhere, almost everywhere, both in the money market. And I believe that CCTV is not only meant for not to enable, only to enable the people, security operatives to see and arrest criminals. I think in sanitization efforts, this CCTV also will help the authority, because it's one thing to make a law, and it's another thing to be able to make to bring it into effort. Like those money market women that are selling there, if the authority can give them instruction or order and follow up with people that will be, in fact, supervising them. They say that on no account should any particular individual, be it a soldier or whoever, will come to your shop and drink more than 2 bottles of beer.
The senior citizen is making a suggestion. Please allow him to finish. One house, please. You can continue your proceedings.
I know that some of us may not like this. However, it is the truth. If you should instruct the seller that look, because when a thief steals something and he sees somebody that buys it, tomorrow he will be encouraged to thief more. But when he thieves and nobody buys, he will cease from stealing. So if we have to start it from this base, this is our angle here. When we give out this instruction to them, you don't allow any customer to drink more than 2 bottles of alcohol in your shop at a time. And then, not only saying that, when you catch the person doing something like that, then there will be a sanction on such seller. And when we do this, you will discover that the rate of, because what we are talking about here is abuse of alcohol and whatever, all these drugs. So by the time you take more than that, it means you are abusing the use of alcohol. So that is just the little thing I want to say. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, senior citizen, for that contribution. Okay.
The commandant, sir, all protocol duly observed. I am Sergeant Foley of Charlie Company. I am a member of the Defense Special Forces who participated in an operation in the Northeast. And officially, these substances are brought to us to enhance and bolster our morale to participate in operations. So my question to you now is this thing we take, or most of my colleagues are left here currently, this thing they take, is it an abuse substance? Is it illegal? Is it an offense? And if it is, why does the authority still bring those things to us? That's your question. Thank you very much.
Thank you, soldier. Thank you, soldier. Let's be guided, please, when we make contributions. Be guided with the kind of language we use, not official. Please, be careful, petty things are not official.
The commandant, sir, permit me, sir, to stand on the existing protocol. Mine is more or less like a form of a contribution, sir.
One house.
My name is Theo Abdul Abakamichi, trainee, B Company. During the course of the sensitization, the lecturer mentioned some certain predisposing factors that lead to substance abuse. But there is one very vital one that was left untouched. On my own, I call it parental abuse factor, which is genetic factors. What do I mean by genetic factors? Like parents will actually, because of that, we say that someone that like maybe having a genotype of AS married someone who is SS. I mean, if AS married someone with AS and things like that, and then to give back to SS. I know all these children that are SS child, because of the testing stage they undergo, because of this sickle cell disease. By the time you give them one shot of injections like that, you now realize that the time they give 10 minutes now, the 10 minutes then not to reduce the delay. So with that, they want to increase it. So that factor, when their parents are not around and you pay, it tends to lead to what we call abuse and addiction. So in light of this, I think the counselors have a lot to do with that, what I call intensive marriage counseling. Once they are able to establish their mind that if you should do this, what's going to be done into, I think it's going to be and it reduce sometimes abuse. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for that contribution. Okay, all to put up okay, so they come to my far right.
Good afternoon, sir. The commandant, sir. All of the protocol, My name is Wasit Jani. Mine is more of a feedback. This is not the first time such lecture will be delivered at this hall. It's not for the first time, it will be for the fifth time. I'm right. My feedback is from the community of society. I should have said feedback from the streets, but because of this gathering, I will word from society. My question would be, yes, he said 73% of drug addiction is not in Lagos. I don't doubt that. This is like I think that is correct. Now back to my point. Most of our youth or teenagers now are involved in drug abuse. Unlike before, everything or things like audio, lying, gossiping, fake news, before our friends are saying things, but now they are seen as jobs. Because now internet now is like a job. Job is now the now are legalized. But my question now is, which job you go in particular? Continue, it might be a little might be legalized in Nigeria. Now in those of a superstar, a role model, an African giant, his name is Mona. People to invite him to this body of any place, he's going to collect millions just to talk to her. And it's very clear that this single person lives on drugs. Even what is reading from his songs, what is that he needs something and shadow. That song will an award, a Grammy award, which moves that's the peak of music. Piece of people from a musician. Now, the feedback to this. I want to ask the psycho artist substance, he said it also change the play. True. Is it always a negative reaction to the play or is it always positive? He also said psycho art effects it makes the intake of the substance look complex. But when I ask people that on the street, they say some of them don't look complex. The case of this thing going on. Psychological effects also spread memory loss. To this same man, it gives me inspiration and knowledge. Social effects. He said lots of job for social withdrawal. It gives me more attention, even gives me more knowledge, more recognition in society. Let me close this here. I think, like I say on the street, nothing is bad unless you make it too much. My recommendation is let the parents do more, the government more than the society. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that very beautiful contribution.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Annie Elizabeth from Clinton Workshop. My question is, there's a trend among women, which is mixing of hard drugs to subside the pain that comes with period. The question is, can women on their period be given work-free day, like a medical condition, to reduce the use of hard drugs among women? Thank you, sir.
Thank you for that question. A very educated, one of these. A very educated session. Go on with the picture.
My name is Jethro from Catholic Passport. I just want to react to some of the questions. I believe Abdus, my colleague, will do more. First, to the question of balance, and then secondly, the question of comparison between those that are taking the drugs, like which use vulnerable, and then I will give a conclusion with what I have. First, we are not here to draw a psychological balance, a health balance, or a philosophical balance between the advantages and disadvantages of taking alcohol or whatsoever drug. Well, just here to sensitize. We need distance, and we need to keep talking about it. We are here to help. So that if you or your wards have this or similar problems, you can always reach out to the counseling department for help. We are not here to compare to try to play pranks with the whole issue. We know people drink. I can't tell you to stop drinking. I know for Abdul, if you ask him that very question, that looking at the advantage of taking alcohol, do you still recommend that we should just jettison it and not take it? He will say no, because the Islamic religion already keeps against it. But maybe a Christian will say a little alcohol will do. We are not here to draw that balance. We are just here to sensitize, and that is the main. Secondly, whether or not this thing creates fame or money for some people is none of our business. You know your health, you know your well-being, you know what you want mentally, psychologically, physically, and otherwise. You know what is good for you. These are the things we are talking about. You know yourself. You know if you are a victim and you need help. You have words at home. If you know they need help, you can always reach out to the counseling. You have people that are willing. If the cases are the ones we need to collaborate with the MRS for pharmacotherapy, we'll do that. These are things that are common, and we need to talk about them until we find a solution to them. If we can't find a solution, we believe someday the solution will find a solution for itself. Then thirdly, it just, I want to use as a conclusion. We have wet wards at home and children. I remember a case that in the barracks here, a soldier called his boys to beat his son. Serious beating. And what was the reason? Because of the son stole money to go and take ice. And this thing can happen to anybody. But for me, when the case was brought to me, I told them that is not the best way to go about it. There are better ways, because even when a child is taken or anybody takes drugs, especially to the point of addiction, and as you say, when you withdraw that person, when the person is going through that withdrawal process, the pain he goes through, he can change. So there is need for help, and that help can only come from those who are aware, so that there will be a synergy between psychotherapy and then pharmacotherapy where the case is needed, so that those people can be there. So I just want to say we should not take justice in our hands by manhandling our children for the sake of taking drugs, but we should always reach out to the right people so that the right people can be given. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that beautiful contribution. Any other one from there? We have passed that forward. One house, please. One house, please. Okay. Give him the microphone. Please take cognizance. The commandant, sir, permit me to stand on the existing protocol. I am Warrant Officer Safavi Senu, Alpha Training. So when we came for this course, my CEO always tells us this, that at this stage we should be able to tell the truth, nothing but the truth. We should be able to hit the point. There is this first word that said addiction is close to slavery. Why? As that addiction is close to slavery. Why don't we hit that addiction is close, very close to death? There's this, the white man will tell you that smokers are liable to die young. If that is the case, if you know the addiction is close to slavery, why don't we tell them
addiction is close to death, so that somebody will know you don't need to be addicted on those substances. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that contribution. And at this moment, may I request for contribution from the Honorable Major Representative seated here in the hall. Honorable Major Representative seated in the hall, any contribution? In the absence of all, may I request for contributions and 15 points from the ranks of Lieutenant Colonel Representative seated in the hall.
The commandant staff, very senior officers, my dear trainee, civilian staff, ladies and gentlemen, I am Lieutenant Colonel Odi Bamiteko, the commanding officer to this battalion. The commandant staff, substance addiction, breaking resistance to recovery. The key word for me is when you are breaking from resistance to recovery. If we say things like this does not concern every one of us, we might be telling ourselves nothing but a lie. If you are not affected, you will be infected. Because the man beside you that is involved in substance abuse will infect you with his activities, one way or the other. Some time ago, a this the ex-reading said, see its satisfaction in nonsense. What she said that time is just an abbreviation. Seeing is SIN, satisfaction in nonsense. Please, this is something that is within us. As most of my trainees have said, they will be used to some of these things professionally. Some of us said while we were in the operation area, we were being motivated through the provision of some of these things. I must say that motivation and the operational area will only be balanced through your level of professionalism. If you are being motivated to do what you are being trained to do, when you leave your professional area, you must understand that there are limitations to things. And that's why, even when we were there with someone, you will realize that there are checks and balances. You won't take any of these things and misbehave and the system will free you. You will get it. Please, the idea of 99.9% of young soldiers making use of gunpowder come for concern. Who train these young soldiers? Who work with them? It is simply. And now we are living that as we proceed to be senior citizen, we must recorrect some of these things that we have condoned. Because when you tell me that 99.9, it means 0.1% is excluded. That means that everybody, and we work with these young soldiers, it is high time that we must know that when you tell me gunpowder, it is being removed from bullets. And that is what you must use to save yourself. A soldier without a rifle is not a soldier. A rifle without ammunition
is nothing but a stick. So please, we need to check some of these things. The commandant, sir, permit me to quickly talk about the trainees that will be working in agri-green. When someone talk about the dropping and the trainees that will be learning there within agri-green, please, the center has provided you personal protective gear, things that things. It is not an excuse when you expose yourself to some of these things and you now get addicted to some of this smell, and you now say you have acquired substance abuse by coming here to learn. Make use of things that are being provided for you. Please, the core member that talked about the doctor of duty for every action, there is equal action, opposite action. I want to agree with you, and I also want to agree with everyone that talked about the positivity of this use of drugs. I want you to know that for every negativity, there is corresponding positivity. You will be responsible when you don't know when to draw a full stop. If you refuse to disengage from some of these things, age will collect it from you. You will get to a certain age that you cannot be involved in this thing. So it is high time to follow the recommendation of some of these resource persons and stop substance abuse. It will take money from you that you need during your retirement period. Thank you very much, sir. God bless you, sir.
Thank you very much to the commanding officer of this battalion. And before we proceed to comment from the writers, may I quickly the audience of the commandants that for the raised questions, the resource persons do justice today. At this juncture, please. The resource persons, you can answer to the questions. Thank you.
The commandant, sir, all the protocols already observed. Salam one more time. So I will quickly, very quickly, go through some of the questions that have been asked here. I'll drop some that my colleagues will attempt to. There's a question about personality disorder. Bringing it together with substance abuse and relapses, people might equally mention. But for personality disorder, in the course of my presentation, I mentioned that some people use substance, or let me say, they are predisposed to substance use as a result of their personality type. Now, personality is actually an individual character that the person develops from childhood. So it grows with this individual. And along the line, for some of these things, it becomes a problem to them or to the society. I only mentioned one, and that was antisocial personality disorder. There are about 20 individuals who have this personality types. I've got a lot of them still live conveniently, comfortably, without any problem. But, an instruction of them would have one issue or the other that would be aggravated by substance use and abuse. Another question I think I'll quickly attend to is if there are laws against alcohol consumption, measures to prevent consumption of liquid drugs in Nigeria. I think it's a social substance. In fact, for substance use professionals, we have a term to call it allowable, it is socially acceptable. And when I was describing it fitted into two different categories: the uppers, that is the stimulants, and the downers, the depressants. So, alcohol has the rate at which it affects the individual is alarming. Just last week, I was discussing with my mentor, a retired brigadier general and psychiatrist, and when I was mentioning this issue of drug use, I mentioned alcohol briefly, and he called me back. He said, I hope you are not trivializing alcohol. I said, no, sir. That's not the case. And I was just emphasizing on other ones that are becoming prevalent, but because I thought alcohol is very important to us. Now, the question of whether alcohol has a benefit. Somebody said I would share a little of it. Honestly, I should, because the truth is, as a Muslim here, that is what we know. And I will mention that even in some countries, because of the restriction and the punishment placed on alcohol, some of our colleagues are saying it is developing some kind of other issue. For in the course of my discussion, we mentioned that, especially if you are using psycho-spirituality as an approach to alcohol or any other, we would not condone the activities. But at the same time, we would not condemn the individual getting involved in it. If I was living in an Islamic country where there are spelled out punishments for alcohol, and I'm a psychologist like I am, well, God forgive me, if somebody approaches me for management, I have no reason. In fact, within the Islamic enclave, to disclose the problem of that individual, I will only help in managing whatever I have come for. Because my job is to correct and be in the middle. Do not condemn this person, but also do not condone what is indulging in. Please permit me, sir, to reach out to something about alcohol. That it is recommended to drink no more than 14 units of alcohol a week, spread across 3 days. 3 days or more. That is around 6 million, that is 175 milligrams glasses of wine, or 6 pints of 4% beer. Now please listen to this. There is no completely safe level of drinking. Can I figure it again? There is no completely safe level of drinking, but staying with these guidelines lowers the risk of harming your health. Now, any behavioral abnormalities, either this issue of substance use or something else, even like things that develop from HIV and all, the first recommendation is abstinence. Right? There are other methods like use protection, do this, and in the case of alcohol and drugs, reduce the quantity. As a professional as a psychologist, if somebody has had a serious issue with alcohol and you are not managing that person as an inpatient, this person is not being institutionalized, this person is not being placed in the hospital, I will not tell him to stop alcohol at the go. But if it's in the hospital that you will be helped with medication, of course, that would be an option. Okay, so briefly, the summary anyway is that there could be whatever ailment of benefit or health benefit. In fact, I want to quote the senior statistics that describes progress about alcohol being used for some health benefits. Well, yes. People who have low blood pressure are in extreme circumstances that determine them to use alcohol, especially at the first stage. Now, that is the other, not being biased by telling it out loud. Okay, yeah, maybe this little thing will work, but for how many percentage, it's a lesser percentage of the population. Alright, so the best you and I will do for ourselves is to ensure that we do not get engrossed in the habit that leads to addiction. Another thing I want to quickly mention is somebody asked about bipolar disorder, which I mentioned briefly, but bipolar disorder is a mood disorder and it's genetic, like you asked. It is genetic, yes. Someone whose parents or whose close relatives have bipolar affective disorder is also at the risk of developing the disorder. That would not permit me to describe what it is. Another thing I think I will quickly look at. Yes, Master Anton mentioned something about I don't know how to describe it, but he told us what happened to those who use it, like the person are aware of their situation. I do not know the substance you're talking about. I have not come across it yet. Physical side effects that can even be seen in alcohol. Just this last set of training, there was someone at the medical center that we were called upon to attend to. He was eventually transferred to the Nigerian American Hospital. He sits there as sick and he displays some of these symptoms. It will occur across some of these psychoactive substances. There's somebody asked how the drugs have been brought about, recommendations of punishment for users and capital punishment. I am a psychologist. I am an addiction professional. And all we do as individuals is to help those who are into substance use and want help. The government and the law enforcement agencies would of course help our work too. But then I think this is much of what our governmental policies would take care of. I really won't be able to speak so much about brown powder that people smoke in combat. But then, well, I think the percentage positive cannot the completely rely upon, because it would interest you to know that some people, even they are sitting here, they are served in the ministry for 35 years and thereabout, and they never once had anything to do with alcohol or other drugs. So it's possible to be in the ministry and not be involved in drugs. The ministry is not synonymous to drug use. The only thing is that there are prevalent cases of it in the military, and our home will be taken care of. The last I know is that the Armed Forces Act has a serious punishment for drug use. We have already out of patients and you know this. And in fact, in the army now, if you have been admitted on the word of drug use, you have to pay for yourself. So it's not like the military is condoning it. But of course, we know it is happening, and we are hoping stricter measures will be taken. Okay, well, I think I will drop the mic to my colleagues here so that I can attend to one or two of the other questions. Thank you.
The comment answer, very serious and ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Well, my colleague has actually emancipated the issue of substance abuse. And I want to come from the perspective of the possibility of recovery. The possibility of recovery. Now, we will say that substance misuse, abuse disorder, or substance-related disorder is a global problem. It is a pandemic. That's why it's become a problem now.
very serious cases for illustration. Lately, we've been having cases even for young persons, and I began digging deep into some of the psychological factors. You actually touching substance abuse. Sometimes it is even an adjustment related disorder. I've had a client like that who just had an adjustment related disorder. That is to say, this lady, this young girl, I think she needs to be in the background. She was actually neglected from childhood. And this resulted to substance abuse. So she used substance as an escape route. Now, I don't want to debate from this, but let me just quickly say this, that substance use is actually rewarding. So any behavior that is rewarding, you tend to go back to it, because it is rewarding. The aim of this, the goal of this lecture, one is to create an insight. And when we approach clients, when we approach some of these persons, we tend to lead that individual to create insights. Once the individual understands he himself or herself, he will be able to help himself. Now, substance use, it revolves around the vicious setting. Now, the vicious setting talks about your thought processing, what you're able to attribute to it, your feelings and emotions, and now the action. Take, for example, I once used this illustration for somebody who is into the use of cigarettes. And I told him, I held a pen, I said, can you see this? When you hold this pen and you see this pen to be a pen, your brain interprets that this is the pen. You do not smoke a pen or a stick. You do not go for it. Now, you can identify all your cigarettes. Look at the cigarettes. Because I wanted to be very practical to show him, direct him towards the possibility of recovery. But once you hold your cigarettes and you do that cigarette as a stick, you will be detached emotionally from it, and the action will not take place. So these are the process in which we engage our clients and ask the question about relapse. Relapsing is a process. Relapsing does not just occur. It has warning signs, and we look out for warning signs. And I'm sure some of us we were once into a therapy or in the support group, but you actually have an intervention, then you relapse and you just see that it is not possible to escape from this sort of problem. It is possible. I tell you, it is possible. Now, relapse comes at that time where it could be mental relapse, it could be emotional relapse, or physical relapse. And this process, when you get through the emotional relapse, that stage, you are experiencing irritability, stress, anxiety, and you feel that the only way to escape from this is to move into to go into intake of some of the substance. Now, the mental part of the cognition is going to give you the defense.
One more question, please.
Okay, so it's going to give you a defense mechanism that, yes, when you take it, you will actually escape. So I will come back again to the fact that the goal is to distress, to alleviate your distress, to create a coping technique for you, and to help you restructure your mental capacity. Whatever you are thinking or attributed to that job, you can actually be helped. This is the aim of this lecture. Thank you for sake of time.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
The commander,
Round of please.
yes, particular aspect. On the question of if cannabis can be used as a drug, it's very important to note that most of us know that when you take it at this certain amount, it has side effects. So when you see local ones that are built locally and take, what people take from some of these local lab sellers, the problem is that we don't know the amount of
certain chemicals inside. And so when you take them, that's the ability to load your liver than your kidney. And imagine now taking them excessively. So you are taking something that is more potent than even alcohol that people take. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm saying this especially because of training. I was studying close to some this morning and I knew what I smell. So it's very important that you know that some of these things you are taking, the amount of alcohol you might be able to do. You can put about 67% alcohol. That's what you are using your liver without taking the money. Instead of you taking maybe anything, like just 5 or 7%. You know what I'm saying? I need to get it. So you know what cup you are putting your liver on. And when someone said, my brother said, that age make you change. I don't make you change. I need to get and save you. Because when you die, you're saving grace. Because if you are alive, we take upon spending money on that time. It's better than when you die. For the man in the country, I want to say that for who have PPEs, it's very important that you wear PPEs. If not, you realize you are getting high and cheap drugs. That's what I like to call it. The ammonia you are taking in every day. It's the same thing with formerly used to use it when you go for practical back then. They are chemicals. They are able to do the same things that some of these cannabis are working the regularly. Make sure you are following your PPEs. Therefore, the changes that are going to be very important. So that's what I like to say. It's important that you drink responsibly. That's what it says. It's not saying don't drink, but drink responsibly. Do your tolerance level. Once you get to that point, step back and recuperate. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Drink responsibly, do everything more than drink. That's a very beautiful answer for the team here. Please, can we give them another round of applause? And then I hope they request that you take your seats. There's also a thing so that you take a seat. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let me have this also request contribution samples from directors. Please.
The commandant, all other proposed, we observe. I am Commodore Director of Coordination. I'd like to say this lecture is one of the series of lectures regarding substance abuse. We've had so many lectures, and those ones entail telling us the science, symptoms, and dangers of drug abuse. It's not everything that we cover here today. And since we have a new audience, I will request to come and maybe we will have a seminar whereby we'll be able to cover these sectors one after the other, because those are the important aspects for this today, because there's no way we can cover everything. And those things have to do with our own children. Again, I would like to say about talk about discrimination. One of the soldiers here was attacking his colleagues. And one of the recommendations of the media was don't discriminate, don't discourage it. And you will get down discourage pointing fingers against those who take drugs. Meanwhile, all of us know that it's a problem which has to be solved. It's not something you do again. Well, brought to you because of some circumstances. So make sure next time listen to the lecture well, and don't come here and after accusing your own colleagues of doing something, whether you know them or not. That was not good of you. Then someone was talking about restricting the sale of bottles of alcohol to mathematics. In this case, we don't encourage mathematics. Maybe for those days when junior don't have classes, you have classes here, and you all have your PhDs, and medicine are fully loaded with drinks and well equipped. And in medicine there, we can equally monitor you, can monitor you. And at the same time here, in this week, we have cash flows going around to monitor both staff and colleagues on their behavior, when the medicines and their level of alcohol and how they behave. So I don't think that somebody's 10 bottles can be compared to somebody's 1 bottle, because somebody can take 10 bottles and not shake. Why you take 1 bottle and you start behaving? So that's not the institution. That's the point. Then my friend was talking about Conan.
won award. With the one woman that American Grammys, she died of drug overuse in her age. She's dead now. One more artist. So we are seeing one boy there. Every day for the youth, one day for the older. So that's not the point to shake it. Drug abuse is not that thing. It's bad. So I'm not thinking about it. Not only for ourselves, but for looking at our children and our colleagues. Like what I said, we have to have another lecture again to bring back the signs and symptoms of drug abuse so that we can be our brother's keeper. Someone who's taking drugs like the army himself, internally, but he can handle physically when he's under the influence of drugs. You can recall that recently a lieutenant commander retired was murdered by his son. He was butchered. Why? Because the son was under the influence of drugs. So if you don't check for these things, you don't check yourself among yourself and your family, you could be a victim of somebody who is under the influence of drugs. So please, we should be not only the money bringing but the council, all of us should be our brother's keeper. We should watch over ourselves here and we should look for the signs and symptoms of drug abuse and we should take this back to our families too. Because I'm aware that even the council department is trying to organize a program, a enlightenment program for the schools around here so that they will first of all maybe educate the teachers on all these topics before they go forward to inculcate the students and that everybody will be fully enlightened, maybe secondary students. So I'll just on this slide say that I want to thank the lecturer for a very eloquent lecture. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you very much, the Director of Coordination for that. The Commandant Sir, please permit me to serve in the established protocol. I am Brigadier Royalty and of House in the Senate. Please let me start by appreciating the guest lecturer for what taught us that most of us have benefited from. But I want to digress a bit. What I've been told today, all of us are there. I don't think anybody seeing this all does not know what drugs or substance does in their life. And I want us to note, most of us abuse substance. All of us in here abuse substance. Don't take it from the angle of drugs, alcohol, and the rest of them. Anything in your life that you abuse, subsequently becomes a substance in your life. I think that's the way we should look at this topic now. Anything in your life that you abuse becomes a substance in your life and have the best inherent disadvantages. Some of you can't do without your phones. Some of us can't do without our phones. We really say midnight prayers, our phones, our what? Our praying partner. As soon as you want to go to bed, it's the last thing you touch. As soon as you're waking up, it's the first thing you do. Let me tell you, it's sure you do something in your life that you don't know. More than living these drugs you're talking about. It's the truth. Some of us can't do without some certain habits. Those things that becomes a problem in your life that you can't do without, you are abusing that substance. And take a long time, your eyes will go back. The more you concentrate on your phones, the more you are affected to eyesight. And when the time will come, you will know that you have been abusing the use of your phone, the use of your computers, and the rest of them. Even what you eat, you fully eat. You can never abuse it. So let us not, maybe all of us, you know, when you take alcohol, when you take tobacco, when you take substance, there are other ones that kill you.
that some of us didn't know that we are using substances. Things that take you go to sleep by 10 or 9, you keep it up to 2, 3 a.m. The effect will surely be on. When you wake up in the morning, when someone looks at you, you know that you didn't have enough rest. You have used substance Friday night. I think that is the angle I want to take. Then, too bad for me. If you want to drink, sense of things make them happy. But if you must drink, know your limit. Don't do the extent that they will call your wife to come and down for providing all this and every environment to listen to lectures like this. And when we are leaving, I know, personally, I know what I've gained. I don't know if any of you, but I know what I've taken away from here. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Director of Finance, for that vital contribution. The Commandant, sir, Deputy Commandant, Directors, Officers, and my neighbor, the Free community. One of the things that made a very pertinent recommendation about women who are undergoing their monthly, I don't know, and she whatever, and she recommended that they should be given like one free day, at least because of the excruciating pains that they go through. If you all recall, they recently introduced paternity leave for men. So I don't know, since my birthday is on International Women's Day, I think they should look at it too. Thank you very much. That is where Admiral Matthew, the Director of Logistics. Thank you very much, sir. And at this juncture, may I respectfully invite the Deputy Commandant, Major General Abola, to lead the lecturers. The Deputy Commandant, sir.
Good afternoon, all. The Commandant, sir, Directors, gentlemen, I will request the Commandant to allow me crave his indulgence to observe the already established protocol that we have been using. For me, this particular lecture, even though somebody said it's about the 5th or 20th time that is being repeated, I want to quickly observe that the audience are not the same. Maybe the resource person has been the same person. Even if he has, there is this thing that there is no need changing a winning horse. From the responses, I want to agree that the resource person is quite the right person to deliver the lecture we have listened to on this substance abuse. So for that, I first of all want to appreciate the guest lecturer for the well-researched, carefully packaged, thought-provoking from the contributions we've had so far. And the deliverance, the way you can deliver the lecture has really incited all of us to show interest. What I know during lectures like this in the hall is that it's time for some people that have not had enough rest, probably abusing substance in the night, to not catch up with time, with sleep. But you all agree with me, we are working from the screen, that nobody has closed each our eyes, which means the lecturer was able to take us all along. I also want to thank all of us for showing interest, taking the topic as serious as it is, for your contributions, questions, suggestions, and in so many ways, participating interactively, which confirm that the choice of the topic is very apt. And probably, like I believe I've convinced you, the lecturer himself too is the right person for the job with his team. I'm so impressed with the responses from the other members of the counseling department who contributed contributed in so many ways. The commandant in his usual good self, even allow, despite the decision in place on the time to respond to some of the questions, he saw the importance of the responses and our interest, allow everybody to make a contribution. Let me also address this issue of one of the trainees who ought to be the most important person to benefit from this lecture, because I know it's because of you we are having this lecture. You are the one here to be trained, to be rehabilitated and taken away from whatever you have been abusing before now. Somebody who said that the government seems not to be doing so much about addressing substance abuse, but paying just late service. I want to quickly say no. I think some of the contributions from the directors have confirmed that we are doing much. The government is doing so much. The lecture we are having today attests that if there is no need to address the situation, this lecture will not take place. So please accept that the government is doing so much. And you must know that Nigeria is a community in the international community and we cannot operate all on our own. So we operate within the acceptable norms and rules of the international community. And that takes me to the training that I requested for capital punishment. I think that has been addressed. It's good. It has happened before in the same country, and we all know the reaction of the international community. Sometimes there are so much that is beyond us to know. The people abusing these substances are customers to people that make resources out of the whole show. And so these people control activities and the whole world. So, taking as a good suggestion that capital punishment should be the way out to destroy it. It might not really be so on the long run. So please, let's look at it from the other side of the coin. I equally noticed, impressively and surprisingly, so many times, a lot of us that responded or interacted during the lecture wanted to take us away to their own acceptable ground. You are trying to love to catalyze the enemy. Yes, we are equally very. Many times you wanted to change topic to the one that will allow everybody to be vulnerable or be drinking beer freely, even as this lecture is going on, I'm sure some don't mind the requirement to be vulnerable stuff. Yes, you see now when the issue of this everybody laugh. So I want to agree with the CEO training battalion that we are all corporate. That 99, I think is 100%. All boats are black in the night. All boats are black in the night. Some of us find excuses to drink this beer. If not for the social part of it, like one of the training trying to do that, that's better importance. I know it's all the time. We all know how to put meat for what to make it disappear. Very good. But the key thing here that we should take away from the lecture is that even if it is recommended for you medically or on your own self-medication, you decide that it is good for your health, please do not abuse it. Not only on the ground that it's not good for you, but the day that to the rest of us. I get to bring back memory. Not too long, we lost one of our very own good colleagues to this same drinking habit, which is an abuse. Because the trainee tried to convince us that beer is not taken as one of the substances to be abused. But I think it's a right one, as rightly put by the guest lecturer, that is one of the readily available substances to be abused. We all use for various purposes. Even I take just only one or two, not more worrisome again is what the lecturer posited that about 33%, that's quite high. In Lagos State, where we are domiciled, if it had been somewhere else, we might not really have been worried. So I really foresee the importance of this lecture. I'm happy the Director of Coordination said he will convince the commandant to allow us to even have a seminar that will allow other aspects of the lecture due to the amount of time to have been not addressed. Probably will have opportunity then to further dwell on it. It's something that affects all of us. And when it affects you, sometimes even if it doesn't hurt you, it will hurt somebody around you. So I will remind the Director of Coordination to beg the Commandant to allow that to still take place. So, with all this, I'm sure we'll all come to agree that substance abuse is a major social problem. It is, and it has to be addressed, no matter what other name we may give to it or circumvent the situation that it presents to us. The causes of substance use and abuse, as raised by the various lecturers, for me, they are very genuine. They are just what it is. And we should take it away, maybe as an additional recommendation for the plan of the Director of Coordination is to have available this lecture in its output to the various training battalions and the directorates, so that even those that are not here will have opportunity to read through and see how they will apply some of the suggestions and the recommendations to their own way of life to escape if they are talking, they are using any of the substances. For our trainees, I really want you to embrace this lecture on the ground that some of the presentation by the guest lecturer really applies to you. When you live here at the end of the same military environment that you know, you will now prepare what I call self-discipline rather than imposed discipline. Most of the suggestion is that the DMV to prevent you from taking two bottles, the CNSO should not allow you to smoke gunpowder. But when you live here, you are free. You are in the world of your own. So it's down to you and yourself. What now needs is self-discipline. Self-discipline. Some of the substance abuse reasons raised by the guest lecturer includes peer pressure, personality disorder, and experimenting. Peer pressure, you are going into a place that everybody might see you, old soldier, which you to Ahua. So if you cannot correct any of the lead Ahua from the north east of spectrum, you want to experiment to see you are good to go. In the army, nobody wants to joke around here. So if you are not that type of person right from the time, you might find yourself experimenting with some of these substances that will become abused and dangerous to your health. I think somebody without mixing what put it, rather than forcing you money to maintain or kill health, was death, which will leave your family in a very unacceptable situation. So, for me, those things to take it along, the peer pressure, you must not subject it, personality disorder, and experimenting. There is no need to old dog, no style. You have not been doing it, let it go. If you have been doing it, by the time you are living there, I'm sure the Catholic department will have taken you through what to convince you not to go with it again. So let's take those three very important reasons why we have this drug as well to be away from. In my own addition to the recommendations of the guest lecturer, which are very apt, I want to give some tips again on how to overcome substance abuse. Since time is well spent, I just mentioned them. I believe when you do them, it may help those of us that are already involved in. You could imagine somebody that is smoking gunpowder. After retirement, you no longer have access to bullets where you get gunpowder. What next? You'll be looking for where are the group of armed robbers around here who have weapons. Before you know it, you are in some other. You could see the effects, how it can come out in one way or the other. So please, let's take this as part of in addition to what the guest lecturer has given us as one of the important ways to stay away from what will be abuse that can be, substance that we find ourselves abusing. One is for those that are already involved in abusing to find new hobbies. Find something next, find something new. Go meet people where they play draft, ludo, and whatever. And once your time is taken, you will not be involved in that unacceptable act. 2, exercise regularly. I've not seen anybody while jogging, playing games, and whatever that get himself involved in. You don't smoke cigarettes by running or moving or playing football or playing. So I believe games will help you. Then, for those not involved or those people involved, talk it out like we are doing now. Discuss it with people that will help you. Avoid this cigarette. My money don't finish though, and I'm still doing it. What can I do? There must be a way out. Okay? So talk it out is one of the ways I think to circumvent the effect of getting involved in substance abuse. Counseling, as we are doing now, the counselors are readily available. Visit them. I'm sure they don't charge too much, so they'll be able to help you out. Then seek professional help. Educate yourself on the same issue and effects. And most importantly, take very good care of yourself. As they used to say by medical people, health is wealth. All these we are saying revolves around health. Okay? So let's take this serious once again, like I've said. If the director coordinator is able to circulate the lecture around the place, find time to read it. And in trying to understand it further, when you get back to your training wings or offices, educate those that are not here so that they can have benefit from this same lecture. Otherwise, I think it's a time well spent, even though the master of ceremony has tried to convince us that we'll stay away from the office. Yes, but I don't think it's a waste of time. I'm sure my commandant will further confirm that to us. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. The Deputy Commandant for that words of wisdom. Please can we give him another round of applause. And at this juncture, may I most respectfully invite the Commandant and Vice Marshal CEO to some of the very intriguing lecture. The Commandant. Please sit down. The Deputy Commandant, Directors, Senior officers, trainees, MOD staff, leader staff, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I've sacrificed my own time for you people. I was supposed to have used about an hour ago, so I will not say much. First of all, let me on behalf of this center welcome the Deputy Commandant of NAFRIC
to the center. Please join me in welcoming him. The lecture today, substance addiction, breaking resistance to recovery. Substance abuse is a very serious problem. Let me appreciate the best lecturer for a very beautiful, well-researched, and delivered paper. Can we clap for him, please? Also here we try to take some teaching points. If somebody is to give a lecture here, the expedition make the audience know that this person is a professional. Is by introducing him. That was missing there. The man has to introduce himself as a psychologist. If you have told us a psychologist is an expert in this and expert in that, the expectation will be high. So please next time, let's introduce the guest lecturer and make water available for him, even if the rest of us don't have. It's appreciating the guest lecturer. Those who organize it, please take note. I also expect to have a member from NDA to come and give us a practical example, give us some experiences, life experiences, so that we better appreciate the effects of misuse of drugs in our society. So much to be said. I don't want to go back and repeat them. We're out of time. So most important, I want to appreciate one of my things in the literature. The aim here is to sensitize us. I know here to lack anything in anybody. The only thing that is to be sensitized you. That is solid. Because we are managing you, we need to tell you that you need to be aware of this. The rest depends on you. If you take it, you live a better life. If you don't take it, you end anyway. Simple and short. You can force a horse to the river. And then you conclude it. It's all about attitude. It's all about attitude. You want to force a man to bring knowledge to here. You will leave that place and go to the next place and make another thing. Then go to another place and make another thing. How many is taking at the time? So it's about attitude. And that is the most important thing in our job. It says so many things, so many. But one thing I want to point out is that environmental factor is also an influencer to our way of life. You see people who love their people there, they believe is the norm to get those things done. Big men children are living in DRA. They don't take Igbo, they take coffee because they have the money. It's the environment. It means parents are failing in their responsibilities. Nowadays, parents are busy pursuing money and leaving their home responsibility. They are limiting what wives can do. They are limited. And that's why embarrassment is a big problem. Father goes out, mother goes out, they come back late in the night. Everything they learn is from the street, from their peers. They come back, they don't care how the children live their life during the day. The next morning, they are in place like Lagos, and you come, leave home 4 a.m. and come back by 9 p.m. By the time you realize it is too late to correct those children. Similarly, because of our nature of work, 3 years you go on posting, another 3 years you go on posting. You don't have effective control over your children. So it's a big problem. And that's why we're bringing this awareness to you. For those living the service, is another phase. Why? Because you don't be in your family for quite a while. By the time you go back, you start seeing some things you don't understand. You want to correct the thoroughly way from you. You start getting frustrated. And you find students indulging more in these vices that was talked about this afternoon. So please, it's important that you have this awareness with you. I was once director of evaluation and then also I evaluated most of you. And somebody said it. The first remedy to getting out of this is knowing that you need help. The denial syndrome is so high. And once it doesn't come from you, there's no how it can possible. Very few percentage cross that line that they don't allow. Very few. So you must understand that. And that's what I'm happy with the counseling department. When our LC or tactical command and also special defense command, the head and therefore sent us a signal and said, look, we take this time and this time. Those who are involved in it, support forward. To be repeated and no sanction is placed. After that, we will catch you, we will try you and dismiss you. My school was not work. So I set up the counseling team. The commander of the medical hospital, the chief medical officer in the command, the imam, the reverend, the priest, the psychologist, the RSM, and I had great results. Because it was freer for the men to talk to them than for the punishment. And in one of our sessions with the chief of the staff, we brought it up. And that instructions have been given to theaters to constitute counseling team. Like easily accessible by soldiers and the group. And somebody says they give a blue shirt, it's not a blue shirt. Maybe you needed one for those people, the lady that is Catholic basis. The headquarters never tell that. But you, when you're there, they won't punish you. So here, I looked at the recommendation. Since we already have a counseling department, when we add religious, we have just to take out the spiritual aspects of that, because it works for me in two of my commands. You are privileged to have some books which I have. They say to get out of this quickly we have very ways. Understand how the substance deals with the body. And that is the right that we are doing today. Now we are aware that the fear is there that this thing can happen to people, something that is not that bad. Once small system telling away from this matter of this, and then we do it well. That is the awareness. Avoid temptation and peer pressure. You can. It's about the will. I'm saying this because you have time to speak in your words and children. And I encourage them that you don't want to do. There are sometimes growing up, training of children belongs to the community, not the parents. But these days, children the parents don't have time to look after their children. Words have steps. I'm sure you have seen some videos we have said that are dealing with children. The third is seek help. That is the professional aspect. Seek help. Because examine the risk factors and keep the well-balanced life as the positive of bad life. For the French secondary, before I came here, I was the chief of French transformation and innovation. And to bring the awareness to all of us, we propose and the chief of French are innovative. Posters talking about the dangers of drug abuse. He has raised money for the production. I'm sure very shortly you will get these things around. And the team also will be going around to see how far marketing is back. Like somebody said, you bring the medical team and you take 100 people, we stop at the number that will come us. Yeah, it does. First of all, you stop yourself. You've been told about this. You've been told about the dangers. You've been told how. You've been advised not to discriminate among those who are. You see, if you look at this, most probably they will react same way. Who would ever think that in America, that they will announce the result of election? They will say no, it's not true. It was more like Nigeria, but it happened. Trump will do it. What it means is that if you put people in the same situation, most likely they will react same way. So somebody is coming out as indulging in this, might be the factor of his upbringing or where he grew up, or the circumstances he found himself. And that's what they don't discriminate. Who do you? Lady said to give a walk review. And my director of this is Concord. No, the thing come between 26th and 2nd. And that people are any lady, you know, a walk. The plane is not one day. Go look at it. But finally, when the guest lecturer was speaking, see, I was looking left, right, back, most people were sleeping. You know, I'm standing here and talking to you and you're sleeping. I will not be encouraged. Because it's time to prepare this lecture, to rehearse, and come to educate. All is expected of you is keep awake and listen for your own benefit. It's not a good thing. We have CCTV cameras. We will try to enforce our mandatory. We will try to close the black spots in the center. We will try to help you and help us. For those facing the wall and don't look, we will try to encourage you to stop. So please, the reform what is to reform, we will do it. It's for your own good. We want you to be alive, we want you to be healthy, and we want you that your family will meet you. A changed person after 6 months. On behalf of all of us, I want to appreciate again the counseling and monitoring team, and especially the presenter, and all those who contributed to better enlightening us during the course of this visit. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much. That was a vision from the commandant. And on that note, we have come to the end of today's lecture. Shall we all rise as the commandant prepares to leave? Members of the African Pride, please wait behind for your head to address you.